Chapter 13, Investing in Mutual Funds. Here are the learning objectives for this chapter. Mutual funds are an excellent choice for many people who must be willing to take some risk to achieve higher returns. Mutual funds industry is big business. The major reasons investors purchase mutual funds is professional management. So a mutual fund is a group of stocks that are managed professionally by somebody who is an expert in doing that. And then diversification. Like we talked about last chapter, it's important to not have all of your eggs in one basket. So with mutual funds, they'll find a way to diversify all of those stocks in one fund. Here's a list of types of securities included in an Invesco mutual fund. As you can see, it's across all different types of industries. Funds may be classified by closed-end funds, exchange-traded funds, or the most popular open-ended funds. So net asset value is the market value of mutual funds. With regard to cost, mutual funds are classified as load or no load funds. Fees and charges here are some fees and charges associated with mutual funds. And here's a list of them in this table. So the classification of mutual funds, we're going to talk about what this means here. So for long-term funds, they'll include stock funds, bond funds, and other funds. And we'll go over what the stock funds will look like, what the bond funds, and what the other funds will look like. So the stock funds would be any of these. The bond funds would be any of these type of bonds. And then the other funds are usually life cycle funds, and they could look like any of these. A family of funds exists when one investment company manages a group of mutual funds. People who use portfolio construction are more involved in their investment program and more likely to stick to the plan over the long run. Choosing the right fund for a retirement account, there's 3 considerations that can affect your financial future. Do you want to participate in the retirement account? Which mutual funds do you want to invest in? And what is your stage of life? So how to make the decision to buy or sell mutual funds? Mutual funds are always professionally managed. So you're not going to really need to do all of that research that you would normally do. But there's managed funds, so the ones that are professionally funded, or there's index funds that just go along with the S&P 500. So they're just following what the S&P 500 would be. There's a wealth of info about mutual funds online, or in the prospectus, an annual report for the mutual fund that you'll receive in the mail once you own one. You can obtain these through the company website or request by phone or by mail also. And then magazines and newspapers provide excellent information about mutual funds. Most retirement plans use mutual funds. They are extremely popular. My retirement plan uses mutual funds. My kids' investment accounts use mutual funds. It's just so much easier than buying specific stocks. My retirement plan is even organized in a way where you can get mutual funds if you're like a certain type of mutual funds if you're age 40 to 45 or whatever that may be. So they're based on the retirement ones are usually based on your age. Mutual funds are popular due to the following reasons: return on investments, tax incentives, purchase options, and withdrawal options. Here's a table identifying tax incentives to mutual funds. And then here are the purchase options that are detailed here. Purchasing open-end fund shares. There would be like a regular account transaction, voluntary savings plans, contractual savings plans, reinvestment plans. Then withdrawal options for closed-end funds and exchange-traded funds, and then open-end funds. Withdrawal options continued. Most funds have provisions that allow investors with shares that have minimum asset value, usually at least $5,000, to use 4 options to systematically withdraw money. And here are those 4 options. And that is it for this chapter. Thank you.